Good shot. Oh my!
You can celebrate Georgetown! The Georgetown Raiders are Buckland Cup champions!
The Trenton Golden Hawks, the R. Hewitt Cup champions, are going to Coburn.
Back to Minerva. Shot scores! And the Coburn Cougars are the Royal Bank Cup champions!
Evans bumping, they score! Frank Pucci, the game winner, and the Buckland Cup winner!
Newmarket dominates the Battle of Yonge Street, and huge news involving the long-awaited relocation of the OJ's most improved team this year. More on that coming up in just a moment. This is the OJ Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Alex Bastiavansky. Today, we'll have a feature story on the North York Rangers, off to the best start of any team in the OJHL this season. Also, it was a year in the making, but the 2016-17 Buckland Cup champion Georgetown Raiders had a chance to reunite this past summer to receive their championship rings, and we'll have a story on that. But first, highlights. And you know, Newmarket and Aurora have had some pretty epic battles over the years. Just a few kilometers separate their two rinks along the Yonge Street corridor, which always adds a bit of fuel to the fire. But the Canes added a whole new bizarre chapter last week with a huge win against the front-running Tigers. OJ Highlights now brought to you by Hilton Hotels. Hilton, the official hotel of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. Newmarket 10 points behind the Tigers in the North made zero difference on this day. All Canes all the time. First period, Jack Irvine gives up the rebound to Jacob King. He crowns him. 1-0 Newmarket. Just before intermission, Claudio De Gasperis, one of the plays of the week here, stays with the play and then goes through the legs of Cameron Nealon to Adam Trotman. 2-0 Canes at the break. All De Gasperis on that one. Second period, they were relentless, and De Gasperis does it all himself this time as he beats Irvine and makes it 3-0 Newmarket. $1:30 later, power play, the point shot takes a redirection. Nick Cerrone gets credit for it. 4-zip Hurricanes, and they weren't done. Another tip shot from the point. Sheldon Nolan with the tally this time. 5-0 Newmarket. They would add one more in the third to make it a 6-zip final. Can't remember the last time the Canes spanked their rivals that badly. Huge win. Okay, from the Battle of Yonge Street, we move to the Battle of Halton Region. Georgetown and Oakville. The Blades jump all over them in the first. Pink in the rink night in Oakville. The Blades wearing their jerseys that they'll auction off to charity. Cal Potts makes it 1-zip for the Blades. 7 minutes later, the puck bounces around out front. Spencer Kirsten with the finish finally. Oakville going up 2-zip. Just 25 seconds after that, Jack Lyons, point shot, past the screen, Carson Poulin, 3-0 at the break. Second period, however, the Raiders make a game of it. Josh Nixon off to the races. He beats Chris Elliott, and G-Town was on the board. Then, beautiful passing as it's Hampton, Crocker, and Nixon hooking up. Josh with the finish, and the teams would trade goals in the second after that. 4-3 Blades at the break. Third frame, a bit of puck luck as Garrett Pike banks it off Poulin from behind. They get the 2-goal cushion back. Last minute of the contest, though, Matty McJanet draws the Raiders back to within 1 with his 6th of the year, but the Blades would go on to add an empty netter and clinch it, and they make it a 6-4 count from 16 Mile Arena. Okay, tasty matchup in North York Friday. Two red-hot teams, Whitby against the Rangers. First frame, Ross Krieger, so good for NYR this year. Roof Daddy to make it 1-zip Rangers. Jet Alexander in North York riding a crazy 11-period shutout streak at this point. Alexander keeping it going, flashing the leather, and then seconds later, 2 more stops by the big keeper, and they would add some insurance later in the period. Adam Panacci, the second effort here, beats Oliver Troop. The Rangers stretch their shutout streak to 13 straight periods. Crazy as they thank the big man for his incredible play. Okay, the Voyageurs visiting the Canes. Newmarket coming off that big win over Aurora. Scoreless until the third. Then the floodgates open. Not before Mitchell Weeks, though, getting over to absolutely rob the Voyageurs of a sure goal right there. V's finally break the ice though. Beautiful backdoor pass from Adam Kim to Brendan D'Agostino, and the visitors take the lead. The Canes with a sweet passing play of their own here. Adam Santia, Adam Trotman play give and go. Santia the finish, all tied up at 1 apiece. More of the tic-tac-toe stuff as they go bing, bang, boom. Kingston back out front. Nick Zurikny gets the tally. Last 2 minutes though, Dominic De La Savita floats it in from the point, seeing eye shot to force overtime in OT. Andrew Suriath off to the races though. He picks his spot. V's win. Kingston with the 3-2 victory over the hometown Hurricanes. Okay, as mentioned, off the top of the show, exciting news as the relocation of the Milton Ice Hawks has finally gone through and they'll begin play in the Telephone City. There were several hurdles that had to be overcome over the last few months, but the league is excited that the franchise will be able to move forward now as the Brantford 99ers.
Yeah, we're extremely excited with the official move now from Milton into Brantford. It's been a long time coming. I know that the owner and Governor Darren Adobler has done a ton of work within the community. We've had support. I believe there was a petition of over 400 signatures that came in of fans wanting the team. They want junior A hockey in their city. And now it's going to be exciting. We're just finalizing the schedule and we're going to have a home opener for them here coming up shortly. And the amount of response that we've gotten back from that community, I think, just speaks volumes of why we want to have the team in there. We have, I believe there's 12, 13 kids that are billeted in there right now that they're going to be able to finally wear the Brantford 99ers jersey. So it's just an exciting time for all of us to be able to take the next step and move the whole franchise forward.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the OJ Today. Well, let's just get this out there. Last season ended in a hugely disappointing way for the North York Rangers. Up 3-1 on the Georgetown Raiders in their conference semifinal. The Raiders stormed back to win 3 straight and steal the series. That's all well behind the Rangers now, though. Just look at the standings. North York has been a juggernaut through the first 2 months of the season. Jeff Schmoke's boys have shot out to a huge lead in the South Division, and we take a closer look now at why. In this week's team report, brought to you by Cliff Bar. Cliff Bar, the official energy bar of the OJHL. After finishing with the second highest point total in the OJHL last season, big things were expected from North York in the playoffs, and the Rangers were living up to the expectations, sweeping Buffalo in round 1 and then taking a 3-1 lead on Georgetown in the conference semifinal. Then disaster struck as the defending Buckland Cup champs reeled off 2 straight wins and then captured Game 7 in dramatic fashion.
Goes cross ice to Jason Smith. Smith busting. Here goes Jason Smith coming to the net. Makes a custom move. He shoots. There's a rebound. They score! Justin Bell scores and sends the Raiders to the Southwest Conference Final. Justin.
Obviously, we were looking for a little bit more in the Georgetown series, and it's tough the way that one ended. Both the upset in the series overall, but also in Game 7, kind of that little comeback that they had. I think it's fueled a lot of the guys that are back this year, but it's safe to say the guys on the team don't consider last year a success.
The Rangers have put the past behind them, however. This season has seen North York explode out of the gate and rocket to the top of the South Division. With just 1 loss in regulation time so far, NYR has balanced from front to back that's been virtually impossible for teams to handle.
This year's team, I think, is definitely a little bit more offensively gifted and dynamic than last year, and I think they're starting to realize and have the confidence that we can be a team that can put the puck in the net, as well as a team that can defend very well, obviously.
I think we gel better than any other team I've been on. We have lots of fun on the ice, but I think it makes it fun to come to the rink every day, just knowing that the guys we have on the team all want to win, and we want it for everybody else just as much as we want it for ourselves right now, which is great.
A huge reason for the Rangers' remarkable start has been the play of goalie Jet Alexander. Chosen to Team Canada East last season for the World Junior A Challenge, he's continued where he left off last year, and at one point even rang up an unfathomable 14-period shutout streak.
He's proving to everybody that he is the best goalie in the league, and that he should easily be moving on to the next level within the next couple of years. I mean, he's a great guy to have in the room. We all look up to him. We think he's a leader, and that's really important to have one of your best players being a leader in the room.
Graydon Gottschalk captains the squad this year. At 6'4" and over 200 pounds, he's a beast on skates and has major junior experience in the OHL.
Yeah, Graydon Gottschalk, I mean, the major junior experience helps. We have a lot of guys on our team who are obviously looking to go Division I, but who are also drafted and looking to go that route as well. So having a guy in our room that, you know, isn't committed but definitely played at the next level, I mean, it really helps our newcomers and the rookies that we have this year.
Weak side winger. Yeah. Sir, you hearing from him? Ready? Yeah. They're talking.
We're doing a really good job. I think centers.
Okay, don't stand right beside him, just hoping that, you know, that puck gets you, because if he jumps up, the puck's just getting turned over right away.
Jeff Smoggy is back behind the bench for the Rangers as head coach, and he's impressed by the way the veterans have stepped up. Nick Lashuk and Ross Krieger lead the team in scoring, while Mercyhurst commit Joey Maziarz is one of the league's top defensemen.
Yeah, Krieger has been, you know, such a good leader for us the last 2 years in North York. You know, he's a kid that, you know, will never question his work ethic. He brings it every single day, whether it's practice or game. You know, offensively, very gifted, has a great shot, and, you know, very responsible defensively. He's a player we can put out in any situation and have the utmost confidence in.
Nick Lashuk, you look at the points and everything, the production he's had this year, I mean, it really doesn't show. I mean, obviously he's putting up good numbers, but it doesn't really show what he brings to our team. Inside the room, he's a proven leader. He's a veteran in the league. This is his OA year. But I think he just gets along so well with everyone in the room. I think we can say that pretty well about anyone. But the room is so good this year, and I think he's such a big part of it.
Joey is he's a great player on the ice, obviously, but off the ice he brings a lot of passion and leadership to the room. On the ice he is, like in my opinion, the best defenseman in the league. He moves the puck well. I've never seen him not break out the puck on his first try. He brings an offensive side to the game that is special. And he's huge on our power play and penalty kill. I mean, he plays in all situations, and he's a hard worker on and off the ice. I can't say anything bad about Joey.
Circle November 17th on your calendar. That's the night the Rangers face off against Oakville in a showdown of the OJ's two current front-running teams. One thing is for sure, North York is for real this year.
I think everyone in the room is very confident with the ability that we have. And it's going to be really exciting to see where this goes, because everyone in the room knows how much we have, and like I said, the sky's the limit with this group of guys we have here.
Okay, a reminder that the Eastern Canada Cup is fast approaching, and actually the schedule was just released for the event, which is taking place in Trenton, November 19th to the 21st. Head to ojhl.ca for more information. It's a fantastic event. Some news and notes this week. Brendan Jacome, who played for the Raiders previously, now with Ottawa, named U Sport Male Athlete of the Week, and Spencer Smith of Buffalo added to Team Canada for the upcoming World Under-17 Hockey Challenge. OJ Trivia this week. Which team drafted Jack McBain in the 2018 NHL Draft? First correct answer to R. Morocco at theojhl.ca wins an OJ prize pack. Folks, welcome back to the OJ Today. 2016-17 will no doubt go down as one of the most successful and unique seasons in league history. For the first time, 3 different teams won 3 different titles. Georgetown with the Buckland, Trenton with the Dudley, and Cobourg the RBC National Championship, of course. Well, the Raiders had to go a year before getting their championship rings. It was that tough getting everyone back together again, but reunite they finally did this past summer, and we were there to capture the festivities. Here's more.
There's a face-off against him. You can celebrate Georgetown. The Georgetown Raiders are Buckland Cup champions.
With that win over the Trenton Golden Hawks in April of 2017, Georgetown captured its first ever Buckland Cup championship. This past summer was a chance for that powerhouse team to celebrate once again, as team owners Bill and Cindy Court managed to pull the majority of the players plus team staff back together for a ring ceremony in Georgetown.
We had a killer year. It was a long time. It seems like a million years for you guys, but it seems like just yesterday for me. And I want to thank you guys all for being great players, great athletes, great friends, and a great team.
It really does take a lot of effort from everybody. It takes a lot of luck with injuries, suspensions, and you know, everybody buying in. So I'm so proud of these guys behind me, of what they went through, and you know, they come back. The character on this team was as high as I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was really looking forward to this for a while. I've been meaning to see all the guys and seeing them all together at one time, and getting our rings is right across from the rink too. It's amazing, and you know, it's honestly something that I'll definitely never forget. Guess you have a special connection, I guess, with the guys who won a championship with, and you know, I've just telling some of the other guys that I've seen, I guess, the final seconds of our game when we won Game 7. I've seen that many times, and you know, I'm sure I'll watch it over and over.
That Raiders team accomplished remarkable things, including an incredible undefeated record on home ice during the regular season. It also produced several future stars. OJHL scoring champion Jack Jacome, now at Clarkson University. Josh Dickinson also went on to Clarkson and was signed by the Colorado Avalanche after just one season. Additionally, 3 players from that team should hear their names called at the next NHL draft. Defenseman Mitch Brewer and Michael Vukojevic, and the consensus #1 overall pick, Jack Hughes, now with the U.S. under-18 development team.
We always had a great season, but the character on this team, from our top guy to our 23rd, was just unbelievable, and everyone just bought in to win a championship, and that's all it was for the whole season. And it's something that you will have for the rest of your life. I played hockey since I was 5 years old. It's the first championship I ever won. So you guys need to remember that. It's not easy, right? It's never easy to win. So keep this friendship together, try to get together all the time. I'm always here for you. And again, I can't thank you enough for all the hard work you guys put in to win a championship. Okay? Thanks, boys.
Thank you, boys, for making my last year junior so memorable. You guys are all great players, great people, and I'm just happy to be around you guys, and hope you guys have great success, and I love you guys.
So I say congratulations to everybody, and I know the guys that are still playing. Congratulations, you guys heard you did really well. If you're still playing, you know, give her hell, do it all you can. Take this game as long as you can play it, and have the most success you can. Good luck to everybody. Happy to have this memory with you guys.
I just want to say cheers to the best year I had playing hockey with you guys.
Tuesday come. Jack Jacome.
Oh,
Brendan, good job.
Good to see everybody. We should do this every year, by the way.
Yeah, you should.
I'll text your brother.
It was a night of laughs and jokes as old friends had a chance to catch up a year later. It was also tinged with sadness as the Courts were about to depart as team owners after 6 incredible seasons. Additionally, head coach and GM Greg Walters had just been hired as the new bench boss of the OHL's Oshawa Generals.
Enjoyed my time, my 8 years here immensely, and but I thought it was a time to take that step, and I was sort of waiting for the opportunity to have a team where I could still live at home and still be a big part of my 2 boys' lives. So Oshawa was able to do that for me. I'm still going to live at home. 40 minutes to the rink, and what a great franchise.
Bill Court had some final words of wisdom for the guys as they move forward in life.
And I'm glad you're still kind of keeping in touch. It's really, really, really important that you do. And as you get older, you'll find out that that becomes more and more important as it goes on. It really does. I know you're busy lives, but try to stay together.
It's it's kind of tough to put into words, I guess, what it meant to all of us. And there's just some of my best friends on this team, and I hope to carry that for the rest of my life, honestly. And yeah, I'm really hoping we can get all the boys together year after year.
Okay, OJ commitments to tell you about 3 of them. Brody McDougall from Cobourg will be a Falcon as he's heading to Bowling Green. Declan McDowell of Buffalo heading to Providence. Spencer Smith from St. Mike's will be a Clarkson Golden Knight. And just a reminder, the OJHL Foundation has been launched. A great initiative by the league with the goal of supporting current and former OJHL players on and off the ice. Head to ojhlfoundation.ca to find out more and if you'd like to donate.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the OJ Today. Well, as Kevin Dean and I discussed last week, the East Division has once again become a vicious battleground where only the strong shall survive. The battle at the top right now features 4 teams within striking distance of one another. 2 of them, Trenton and Whitby, were within 2 points of one another when they squared off on Sunday.
Whitby looking to bounce back after falling to North York Friday night. Awful start for the Fury, though. 28 seconds in, Stephen Elliott going hard into the boards, but the juice is worth the squeeze, as they say, as he makes it 1-0. They nearly make it 2, swept off the line right there at the last second by Luke Pearson, though. Nice save. Whitby evens it up. Sweet pass here from Carson Gallagher to Dakota Betts. Booyah. All tied up at 1 apiece. Then 7 minutes later, looks like a carbon copy of the first. This time it's Ryan Bazana with the finish. Fury taking their first lead of the game. Second period, though, brutal giveaway by the Fury. Brett Benham serving it up on a platter for Andy Baker. Even Steven once again. 2 minutes later, however, Greg Smith with the deflection past the keeper. Whitby back on top. 3-2. Shortly after that, scramble out front. Graham Dickerson finally slamming it home. 4-2 for the Fury. Third period now, they would add one more for good measure off the pretty passing play. Tic-tac-toe. Shane Bull, the tally. Absolutely nothing the poor keeper could do about that. Whitby looks dangerous this year. They pull away in this one and drop the Jayhawks by a 5-2 count. Okay, Junior Sabres visiting the Raiders. Pink in the rink night in Georgetown. And they give the big crowd a lot to cheer for. Misplay of the night, Jeremy Foreman giving it away. Bailey Malala making him pay. 1-0 for G-Town. Midway through the frame, the initial shot rings off the post here. Jonathan Hampton right there for the finish. 2-0 for the Raiders. Just $1.30 later. Jacob Kandata, the little man, not so little anymore. He's grown about 6 inches over the past year. He's first of the year. 3-0 Raiders at the break. Second period, they kept on them. Power play. Bailey Malala swats it out of midair. His second of the game. Georgetown up 4-0. That's when the Sabres got it together somewhat. Anthony Hora just squeaking it past Nathan Torkia to get Buffalo on the board. And then just 30 seconds later, Spencer Smith, just named to Canada's under-17 roster, goes roof daddy past Torkia. That's as close as they got on this night, though, as G-Town holds on for the 4-2 win on Pink in the rink night. Okay, Wellington visiting the much-improved Toronto Patriots, who had a slow start but have come on recently. It's the Dukes hitting first. Elijah Gonzalez tickling the twine behind Mario Pescia. 1-0 Wellington. They'd make it 2. Adam Usinger going roof daddy. Wicked shot to beat Pescia. 2-0 for the Dukes. Late in the frame, a fortuitous bounce for Cole Birch here as he cuts the deficit in half to 2-1. Second period, though, the Olivier Lafreniere show begins. Absolute robbery on Alex Domovsky right there. But the play continues. Kevin Weaver-Vitale will wrist it home, and the Pats even it up at 2 apiece. 25 seconds later, Dante Spaniolo denied here. Brett Bannister right there to pounce on the rebound, and the Pats take their first lead of the game. Midway through the frame, though, scramble out front. Dawson Ellis will spin and fire past Pescia. 3-3 hockey game. This was Lafreniere's best of the contest, though. One of the best in the OJL season. Watch here as he just sprawls to rob Dirk Static. Huge save. Third period. The Pats nabbing the winning here. Dante Spaniolo. Kind of a weird one as the puck deflects right back to him. The Mercy first commit puts it in. That proved to be the winner. Wellington pressing hard at the end, but the Pats will ultimately hold on. And I'll tell you, after a slow start to the season, they've now won 5 of their last 8. Okay, OJ Standings brought to you by Jostens, the official ring and awards provider to the OJHL. We be in the West, Oakville. Still a 7-point lead over second place Buffalo, followed by Brampton, Brantford, Burlington, and Georgetown. We move to the north. Aurora, big lead over Markham, followed by the Canes, Pickering, and the Stouffville Spirit. To the south, look at the lead North York now has over the JRCs. Huge. Followed by the Pats, St. Mike's, and Mississauga. And to the east, it's a dogfight, as we mentioned. Cobourg, a slim lead over Whitby, followed by Trenton, Wellington, Kingston, and the Lindsay Muskies. Okay, the top 5 brought to you by Chaos. Chaos, the official hat provider to the Ontario Junior Hockey League. Number 5, Ross Krieger. He's been doing this all year for the Rangers. The perfect shot as North York takes down Whitby. Number 4, watch Claudio De Gasperis on this one as he splits the D, just manages to get the puck back, recircles, then goes through the D man's leg. Absolutely gorgeous play. Number 3, the goalies dominating from this point on. Pats and Dukes, Olivier Lafreniere over just in time to rob Alex Davosky. Number 2, the Canes and the V's, Mitchell Weeks getting down and dirty to deny Kingston at this side of the net. Nice. And number 1, back to Lafreniere. This one topped them all. The desperation dive at the last second here, and are you kidding me? What a stop. Utter larceny on Dirk Static, who couldn't believe it here. This is absolutely gorgeous, saving a sure goal, and that is definitely our Chaos play of the week.
And we're all out of time for this week, but just remember, you can always keep up to date with the league by heading to ojhl.ca. And of course, all of your social media options are right there for you to check out as well. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.